Hello, welcome to SoGoodReviews.com and Sleazygate's video, and we're looking at Hong Kong Butcher, which is based on the same series of real-life murders by cab driver Lam Gor-wan, who is a character mostly known via the notorious 1992 reenactment of the crime called Dr. Lam, starring Simon Yam. And this guy was hunting for women in his cab, and after strangling and acts of necrophilia followed mutilation, filming and photography, and it was all done in the small apartment he shared with his family, according to Dr. Lam anyway, and it was all miraculously hidden up till the point when a photo development lab alerted the police of the gruesome photos they were asked to develop. So Hong Kong Butcher is this obscure theatrical release covering the beats that I just mentioned in pretty chilling fashion, while also employing a documentary approach to its direction. And this works for and against the movie. It catches the grit of the streets and indoor environments in a good way, but some stretches of boredom occur in a distracting manner when viewing this grit. It makes you, as an exploitation fan, grateful, so to say, that the 1992 movie pushed the disturbing sides into more developed cinematic territory. I gotta talk a little bit about the beginning, because we see snippets of homeless people in and around Hong Kong during the opening credits, and it's a puzzling sight and a puzzling social commentary attempt. Is the city not all sunshine and there's a murder on the loose? Are you trying to establish something very negative? Fine, but pointless, and it's never mentioned again. But when focusing on Lam and showcasing his first murder early, the correct thing by director China Chung is to back off the full gore effect. Okay, Hong Kong Butcher doesn't come with much of a gore budget, but the sequence showing the mutilation early on is quite short, and our main actor obscures the gory moment in a designed way, and within this disgusting little apartment we do feel the chills of the murderous actor will be added upon by the psychopath at hand here as we follow him throughout the movie. And we learn about him in classic cliched fashion, but remember, cliches are often true, and the insight into him is his inability to be truly comfortable with women. He's paying for prostitutes more often than not, but there's pretty much a full-on reveal about his impotency during one of these sessions with a prostitute, so hence hatred and frustration is created towards women. And this is all pretty well downplayed, actually. But the boredom I talk of, it occurs when we see basically Lam driving around town, and the filmmakers show us the love motels and the world of prostitutes on the gritty streets of Hong Kong, and the film stops dead, really, for large stretches. You know, street grit and realism becomes the enemy of the movie for a while here. But the hour mark intensifies the frequency of the murders, and we get a sense of familiarity and connection to the scenarios portrayed in Dr. Lam, for instance. And the details after this hour mark are usually not glossed over. They are just dealt with more quickly, such as the mutilation and the necrophilia and Lam's giddy obsession with his work, compared to Dr. Lam. And you add upon all this an eerie ambient score for these effective sequences, and you'll get images lingering in your mind afterwards. But again, the puzzling social commentary at the top and failure at making the grit in the visual design stand out all throughout the movie makes Hong Kong Butcher only an occasional tour de force in disturbing imagery and look into a truly sick mind that thankfully made a grave error eventually and got caught.